morning, everybody. It's like 10:13, and we are doing Meet Me in the Middle. And this is what is it? What episode is it, Joy?
You know, I want to say 22. It's either 22, 23, one of those.
Okay, so we'll get it right when we put it out there.
Yeah.
But we're just so excited this morning because we have Alex Haynes with us. Hi, Alex.
Oh, he's up here. He's over here for me. There you go. You did it right. Yay.
Our Brady Bunch thing.
Yeah.
So I'm Lindsay Pollard, and we have Joy Martin, and we have Alex Haynes, and he's our special guest today for Meet Me in the Middle. And it's kind of like this is our first time meeting Alex. We're just like really happy to meet you. And we kind of talked to him before the show too. But we're really happy to have you on Meet Me in the Middle. And we are trying to just expand this thing as far as we can. We wish you were in Ireland or Europe or somewhere, but you're right here still, aren't you?
Me too.
I know, right.
So Alex, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What would you like to know first?
Well, like, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I was born and raised in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
Spent 18 years there before I went off to college, and then I thought I wanted to live in the big city, so I went to Atlanta for a little while and realized that wasn't for me.
What was it about Atlanta that was just kind of disarming for you?
Too many people.
Okay. Too many people.
Yeah, so too many.
There's a lot to do, but there's just the traffic every day and all the stuff that comes with that. Just not my style.
Isn't that traffic crazy?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm from California, and the traffic is just bizarre. So coming to Huntsville has been just like, woo, breath of fresh air.
So what brought you to Huntsville, Alex?
The job opening brought me here, but the reason I was looking for a job was for my wife's medical, which is a whole another story.
Oh, okay. I don't know that story at all. We'll have to get into that at some point too. But okay, so you're married. Do you have children?
Yeah, we have one daughter. She just turned 16, so it's a little scary.
Aww.
Yeah, that's that buckle up age.
Yep.
You and your wife are going to go on a wild ride.
Not the car seat age, but the buckle up stage. Yes, this is a roller coaster buckle up. Yeah.
So what is it like? Because both Joy and my children are older. So what is it like having a 16-year-old in 2020?
It's been pretty hectic for her because she's just trying to understand everything that's going on now. So
yeah. It's not an easy time. Not an easy time.
Grasp, I guess you would say.
Wait, say that again.
It's a lot for her to grasp and understand as far as human behavior right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So she's not is she understanding like she can't go out and all of the different precautions that have to be taken? Is that kind of hard for her?
That hasn't been too hard for her. She does it. She's more worried about it for my sake because I'm diabetic and a cancer survivor, so she doesn't want me to catch anything. So she's extra careful when I'm probably not as careful as she is.
Okay, so are you type 1 diabetic or type 2?
Type 1.
Okay, so is my daughter. Okay, we must talk about this because this is a big deal right here because I got a daughter, Carrie, in Connecticut, and she's type 1 diabetic. So she's on an insulin pump and all the 9 yards, you know. She, it kind of came on her at age 22, even though it is the childhood, but thank God it waited for a little bit. Pregnancy brought it on, I think, really. But so you've had it had diabetes for how long then?
I got mine in 1978 to show my age.
And you were how old?
8 years old.
8 years old? Okay. Okay. Wow. So this is so cool. I'm going to pick your brain about that in a minute. But tell us about, in your life, you had a major health incident. You said diabetes and cancer. I don't know which one. You can talk about either one, but, you know, we knew about the one. Talk to us about when that happened, what was going on, how that came about, or, just that moment in time for you in your life?
As far as the cancer goes, I was doing pretty good, but then I started having stomach pains, and they would last a day or two and then go away. And as time went on, it got to where they would last longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I decided, okay, you need to go see a doctor, then they would go away again. So I said, oh, well, never mind.
Okay.
More time went by, and it got to where it was happening every week, and then it got to where it was pretty constant.
Okay.
Wow. And how old were you then?
I was 25 then.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
And
what were you?
What happens when you hear the C word?
now, when I hear it?
No. When you
Back
first
then?
heard the C word, what went through your mind?
But that was kind of pre-internet, so I didn't get scared to death by the internet.
No, that's huge.
WebMD.
Yeah. But I looked through a lot of medical books and narrowed it down to a few conditions, being a hard-headed guy, not wanting to go to the doctor. And cancer was one of them. I was like, well, hopefully it's one of these others, because I don't want to have cancer.
Yeah.
People don't
Right.
survive cancer.
Right.
So that was
Right.
really scary. But
Yeah.
What prompted you to finally go get all that checked and do that thing that we all hate to do, and says, all right, I got to just do it. I got to go to the doctor and finally check it out. Because my thing is, I don't want to go to the doctor and find out things, that things are still happening, but I don't want to know about it. I feel like if I don't know about it, it's better, which is a ridiculous thought, but
yeah,
anyway.
Turns out the diabetes led me to get it checked out, because there was about an 8-month span where I was wanting to go to the doctor and not wanting to go to the doctor.
Mhm.
And during that time, my blood sugars just kept getting more and more out of control.
Okay.
And it finally got to the point where my diabetic doctor, I was already on 2 shots a day. And my endocrinologist was like, okay, we're just going to have to go to 3 shots a day. I said, I'm not doing 3 shots a day.
Oh, okay.
So, well,
Okay.
your only other option is the insulin pump. Let's look at that. So when they decided to put me on the pump, he wanted to put me in the hospital because pumps were pretty new in the 90s compared to now.
Right.
He put me in the hospital overnight to monitor it. And I was like, well, while we're here,
Might as well.
test done for this other stuff I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Tested
I may
positive
ask,
for cancer, so.
what type of cancer did it end up being?
It was colon cancer, and it ended up being stage 3D, which was pretty far along.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. That is significant. I mean, and a lot of people I know probably haven't survived that. So, wow. Okay. And okay, so now I have so many more questions now that I know you're diabetic, because as a diabetic, you don't heal as fast, and it accentuates whatever issue that you have. I mean, so I'm assuming you went on the insulin pump, yes?
Yes.
And which one are you on right now?
Pump brand is, look at it, I forgot.
Is it the cordless? Like the, I call it the cordless. That's not what Omnipod.
I used to be on that one, but I'm on the Tandem now.
Okay. This is good to listen. This is really good to know, because my diabetic friends, when they'll go, oh, I know what you're talking about. So, okay. So how did that affect your diabetes? Okay. So you found out you had colon cancer.
Yes.
And then what happened? What was the train that started then?
From then, well, the endocrinologist was like, well, no wonder we could keep your blood sugars under control. Your body's a little busy right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So then it became a matter. The hospital I was in at the time, a surgeon came in that day, and he was ready to break out the knives and get to work. And my doctor recommended I get a second opinion. So I did, because I don't know, when that surgeon came in the room, I just didn't have a good feeling.
Yeah.
All right, God, I'm
Oh.
gonna take my endocrinologist's advice and get a second opinion.
Yeah, your gut kicked in. Mm-hmm.
So
Instincts.
then we went to, instead of Savannah, we went to one in Augusta that he had recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Started talking with him about radiation and chemotherapy and all the things we needed to do to nip it in the bud
Yeah.
and hopefully get rid of it.
Yeah.
But that
How
was,
soon? Go ahead.
I was diagnosed in August and we didn't start treatment until November. So during that time, I was like, so how bad is it? I hear stage 3D, but yet we're taking our time here.
So that must have made you just like anxious.
Right.
They would have had to peel me off the walls. Like I would have just been knocking at their door every day, like, come on, let's get this going.
I know.
Why did they wait?
I'm not real sure. I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so then you waited, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about that in a minute. That weight thing, that's the middle. That's part of the middle. Mercy, because to me, so I've had thyroid cancer. Actually, Lindsay and I both have had our thyroids out, which is really funny. And to me, once they started the process, I remember feeling a lot of peace because I thought, well, at least we're doing something. But when I was waiting for the surgery to happen, I don't know, that's when I guess you feel like you're not doing anything and it's just sitting there festering or something. I don't know. But I mean, from August to you said November, you must have been, you and your wife, nervous and all that and whatever?
I was still single then, but I was frustrated because I'm still having the stomach pains and that kind of thing. And it's like, let's just get this done.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen, but we need to get it done.
Yeah.
Right.
Was your wife really worried?
I wasn't married then.
He wasn't married then.
How did I
My after cancer led me to meeting my wife, so that was kind of cool.
Okay.
Your what led you to meet your wife?
Post cancer.
Oh, okay.
During chemo treatments after surgery, the church youth class was making me meals on the weeks I had chemo treatment, and her roommate volunteered her to bring me a meal because she cooked good.
Ah.
You volunteered, not me.
So your cancer process brought you to your wife. Now that's kind of a cool thing.
Wonderful.
Yep.
That's beautiful, actually.
I love it. Okay, so then what was treatment then? So you had surgery. Tell us about, they take out part of your colon. What happened? And then how long were you in chemo or radiation, or what happened after that?
Yeah, from November to January, I was doing pre-surgery chemo and radiation. They had me on a chemo pump, so I had this pump strapped to my waist and tube going in my arm over to my heart and dripping chemo in constantly.
Wow.
And then I would go periodically for my radiation treatments at the same time. So I was still working and doing all that with that going on. So that was interesting.
What does that feel like? And forgive me for asking, but I had a friend that had a stroke, and he's probably in his like 70s or even close to his 80s, and he's like a local businessman around here in Huntsville, and so I'll go buy vegetables and stuff from him, and he runs a barbershop. And so we were just talking one day, and he was telling me, I said, man, I haven't seen you in a long time. And he says, well, I had a stroke. And I said, what does that feel like to have a stroke? So he explained to me, so I gotta pitch that question to you. What does that feel like to have that stuff strapped to you, the medications, the dripping? What does that feel like?
Just having to wear the thing was just uncomfortable being in public, but the pump was actually a lot better on how I felt physically than the IV treatments after surgery, which made me sick as a dog. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the pump, I was like, well, I played tennis at the time, so I was asking myself, well, can I still play tennis with this thing in my arm? So I was still feeling good with that.
That's amazing.
Surgery, and they started doing the IVs. I was like, can we just go back to the pump?
Okay.
But they had a reason for it. So.
What was it like spiritually for you when you said you had a youth group or something, or a class or something. So churchgoer, faith, where were you with all that?
Pre-cancer, I had drifted away in my faith, and my personal belief is by stepping out of God's protection is how cancer got into my body to begin with. So when I came back, it was just better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
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 Fighting cancer.
That's okay, man.
It's all right. It's all right.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's the thing. So that kind of, that not only brought you back to God, brought you to your wife. There's a lot of good things happen to you.
Look, being under that umbrella was like pop,
Yep.
pop, pop, pop. Yeah.
How can you be so stupid to step out of that umbrella? I don't know, but I was.
But you know what, Alex? What you're saying is so poignant because God promises to, not that he won't be with us when we go through things, but we're under his protective shield when we do go through things, you know, and when we step outside, just like you said, when we step outside of his will, we're not protected.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, that's absolutely, I love the way that you've framed that. And yet he still promises to be with us, you know, even when we don't acknowledge him, he's still with us.
Yeah, I literally told him that I'd be happier living life my way. And those were the worst 3 years of my life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And finally, one day the light came back on. He's like, I'm still here. Yes, you are.
Isn't that something? Okay, so we're probably going to cut.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to our second session. We're going to take just a quick little break. And man, we've covered some really deep things right here. And I know we have a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah, we did.
Next round. So
all right.
stay tuned. We're going to come right back.